What is up, guys, and welcome back to Double O's Garage. In this video, I'm finally going to be installing my new turbocharger. As you can see, the new turbo is slightly bigger than the old one. I decided to go with a hybrid KO4, and the reason I went with a hybrid KO4 instead of a full KO4 was because I wanted to keep the rear half the same as the KO3. That way I can still connect it to the stock exhaust manifold and to the high flow cat that I ordered. With that being said, let's get into installing the new turbo. So the first thing what I got to do is swap over the oil and the coolant line fittings onto the new turbo. So now with the fittings installed into the new turbo, I can go ahead and start installing it. So before I attach the turbo to the exhaust manifold, I'm just going to connect the coolant line. Now I can attach the turbo to the exhaust manifold. Next, I can reattach the other coolant line. Next, I'm going to reattach the line that comes off the secondary air pump. I'm also going to screw the bracket onto the turbo. Next, I'm going to attach the intercooler to the turbo. While I'm down here, I'm also going to attach the oil drain line. Now that the oil drain is connected, I can finally continue by installing the high flow cat. First, I'm going to put on the gasket that goes between the high flow cat and the turbo. And this time I will be using the OEM nuts. I'm just going to tighten down the bottom bolt and then I can continue with the flex pipe. Now I can continue by installing the flex pipe. I'll come back once I install it. It's a little bit hard to film down here. So I'm not going to connect the oil feed or the turbo inlet pipe for now, since I have to still pre-lube the turbo. But before I can do that, I'm going to do a quick oil change. That way the new turbo can get some fresh oil into it. So now that I'm done with the oil change, I can pre-lube the turbo. For this, I got some turbocharger additive that I'm going to be putting down the oil feed line, and at the same time I'm going to be spinning the compressor wheel. I'm going to be doing this that way some of this can go down into the turbo so it's not a dry start. So now that the turbo is pre-lubed, I'm just going to crank over the car a few times, that way some oil comes out the oil feed line. So the car doesn't start, I did disconnect the injectors and the coil packs. So now that oil's coming out of the oil feed line, I can connect the oil feed and the turbo inlet pipe. So now that everything's reconnected, I'm ready to start the car for the first time. So as you guys saw, the car turns on no problem. I don't see any coolant leaks or any oil leaks, so I think everything is good. I'm going to continue by putting the front headlight in, and I should be done with the install. So that concludes the turbo install with the high flow cat. If you guys enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you left a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace!